look at this. This is the Avon Gorge in Bristol. Just behind me, I don't know if you can see that. See that pillar in the distance there? That's the Clifton Suspension Bridge. And just below me is the River Avon and a busy road running past it as well. But this isn't just a place of beauty. For the biologist and the naturalist, it's also a really fascinating place as well. There's a lot of what we call endemic species here in the Avon Gorge. They are species which you would find here and nowhere else in the world. It's pretty impressive. Let's go for a little explore. Wow, look at that. See that on that leaf? Doesn't look like much, does it? Well, you know that disgusting white cuckoo spit stuff that you see on some of your plants around May and June time? Well, inside that cuckoo spit is a nymph. And that nymph eventually grows up to be one of these guys. This is a frog hopper. To show you how it got its name, I'm going to show you it in action. Oh god, it's just over there. And there was no clever editing in that. That really was it jumping. It just disappears. Right, I've got one. Don't know how long it's going to stay in my hand for, mind you. Oh no. I'm observing the most odd thing on this rock at the moment. There's a fly, no idea what species it is, waving its forewings from side to side. There's no other flies around. Don't know who it's trying to impress. Any suggestions? There you go. A grasshopper. Yay! Now, how do you tell the difference between a grasshopper and a cricket? A question you've always asked yourself, probably. Oh, it's gone. Beautiful blue butterfly. That was a small copper. So cool because it's small and it's copper in colour. Don't have a go at me, I don't make these names. Now, how do you tell the difference between a grasshopper and a cricket, you may wonder? Well, actually, it's pretty easy. The first thing to look at are the antennae. The antennae on this animal are pretty short, really. That's what tells me it's a grasshopper. On a cricket, the antennae will be at least the length of the body. And the other thing to look out for, the other main thing to look out for anyway, is how they make their sound. Crickets make their sound using their wings, rubbing their wings together against a special scraper organ. But the grasshoppers make their noise by rubbing their legs against their abdomen. Now this lovely little plant is an antirrhinum, or a snapdragon. As you can see at the moment, the opening to the flower is closed, meaning any pollinator is going to have to squeeze its way in. And only some pollinators will be strong enough to do that. And the pollinators that this antirrhinum wants are bumblebees. So this snapdragon has evolved a very, very specific relationship with a pollinator. Now, we were talking about endemics at the start of the video, weren't we? And to talk about them, really, it's not the animals that we should be looking at, it's the plants. And the organism behind me is such an example. In fact, it's probably the most famous example. This is a white beam tree. Now, there are multiple species of white beam trees in the UK, but there are 4 which are native to the Avon Gorge and Lee Woods just over the side of the gorge there. They are the Lee Woods white beam, the White's white beam, the Wilmot's white beam, and of course the Bristol white beam, Sorbus bristoliensis. Now, we've talked a bit about speciation on this channel already, but in plants it's even more fascinating, because in plants speciation can happen by hybridization. So if we take the Bristol white beam, for example, that was created when 2 other species of white beam hybridized, and that created the Bristol white beam, which turned out to be fertile. The Avon Gorge provides the ideal habitat for it because of what I was saying, this mosaic of habitats. It meant that the Bristol white beam could find a niche that was completely different from its 2 parent species. They tell us an awful lot about how species can theoretically be produced. Oh my god! see that bird that just flew past there? That was a peregrine falcon. Well, there you go, from an organism which is found nowhere else in the world to the fastest animal in the world. I think that quite clearly demonstrates the biodiversity and how special the Avon Gorge is as a habitat. And there it is, the peregrine falcon. I can barely breathe here because I'm zoomed in so much. Oh my god, it just pooed! Do you see that? And just to show you how far away this thing is, to excuse my wobbly camera. Okay, forgive me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a like and more importantly, subscribe. The button's just down there or just beside me there. I've also recently got a brand new Facebook page, so make sure you give that a like. The link is just below me right now to receive all the latest updates on my wildlife adventures. So for the meantime, I'll see you next time.